Innovative.
The WB Morning Show, hosted by the real Young LA and Cool Ass Cam.
Well, we meet again. It's your boy Young LA, the real Young LA, and you know I got my partner in crime with me, Cool Ass Cam.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the WB Morning Show. Hope y'all ready for the wake and bake.
We might be on like episode 70 or something.
I think this like 71, okay. 72. Yeah, we up there.
Well, if this is your first time being here, to get the mood and the vibe correct, we start off with these things here we call chopsticks. You hear me? Like you might get a Yoshinoya or Panda Express or something of that nature, and then we come back with that mimosa, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. So I got a special guest in the house, man. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Woozy, it's your guy Deshaun Showtime Watkins, COMPTONMANIA. We here, man. Young LA, I appreciate you, man. Cool ass Cam. The WB Morning Show.
Man, I always like to meet niggas with their full name and they get down.
Yeah.
That nigga gave us the whole thing like the end of a movie. You hear me? I like that, though. So, look, we usually start the show off saying, do you remember how me and you met?
I do.
It's no right or wrong answer. It's just good content.
I'm on this chopstick right now. Woozy.
The WB Morning Pack. Jack.
It's wild because I met you through Cam. Mm-hmm. But before I met you through Cam, my cousin DNL was like, yo, show, have you heard of Young LA?
DNL?
Yeah. DNL did it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Consultant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's my fam, like everything.
Oh, yeah, real life, yeah.
Yep.
Fuck with my boy Brandon Marquise.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Man, so he was telling me about you, and I was like, yeah, this dude, I'm like, we already look like we could be kin, dog.
You hear me?
So
you definitely got that. This my cutting them vibe. Like this cutting them. Cutting Pete. Scoot over.
And then meet you with Cab, and you a whole ass vibe, dude. You one of the most supportive, respectful, like unselfish dude. And we ain't even like went deep. It's just from me just watching how you move from a distance.
I appreciate
that. And I appreciate being here. We got the mimosas and the chopsticks.
Yeah, man, off the dribble. I need you to be where I'm at for a week. I could be where you at, and we could do a big movie like Miramax, right? This motherfucker. You hear me? So look, I respect you because you said, fuck it, I'm gonna be a wrestler. I'm gonna do a wrestling league in a city of motherfucking trappers and rappers and models and scammers and things of that nature. You said, no, I got something for y'all. COMPTONMANIA. You know what I'm talking about? How did you get to there, man? Because Compton in a wrestling league is like, nigga, what are you talking about? Every time I tell somebody, I'm finna go up here to this little wrestling. Where at? In Compton. It's a COMPTONMANIA. They like, what? I gotta show them a clip, and you see
they gotta see it
off the top rope. Bow, and the nigga come commentating. It's a ref, it's camera crews, there's people there, there's chairs, it's cracking. They like, oh shit, this is really real. Yeah, man. How did you get from that thought in your head to it's really real?
Man, it started with me first, though. You know, I had to make a choice in my life to, am I really gonna go after my dream, or am I just gonna keep going back and forth? And it started with me I was like, you know what? I do a lot of comedy shows, but the shows that I was doing, I had to get on a train to go to Hollywood. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
a little hustle and that bustle, man.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, why don't I just make people come see me? Come to the crib.
Hello.
And when we did shout out to DNL, you know, when we did the West Side Comedy Theater, people had to pay $15 for parking. So it's like, yo, you come to Compton, just give me $15 for the show. You can find a parking space somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and ain't nobody gonna get into your car because the block where I'm at, like,
It's Compton.
Yeah.
Everybody knows each other. It's a family.
Yeah.
One thing I know about y'all is Compton is love there still. It's a small village, and it's just different small villages. They might have bumped heads, but within that village, you wish you would break in the car. Everybody on your motherfucker.
Everybody on you. Yeah, and
so you was able to offer that to them, and you know what? Y'all was paying them just to park. Pay me for this, and I take care of the parking for free.
Absolutely.
And make sure don't nobody breaking your shit. That's an even exchange, or maybe might be even better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
And it was so dope too, because I had to conquer so many demons of self-doubt.
You know what's crazy? The word conquer is big. You hear me? You could have just said something simple, but conquer, that's like when you get to the moon and you put your flag in there, man. So let's talk about what's some type of shit you had to conquer on this road to
start with your first show.
The first ever comedy
the first ever not the first ever. He said with COMPTONMANIA. So like your first ever COMPTONMANIA show that you ever put together. So I would go with that. Like what was some of your hurdles that you had to jump over to be able to have a successful event?
The first one, it was wild because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know shit. I just had an idea, and I was kind of really nervous about it. Like I've been a salesperson before, you know, or sold different stuff, but at that time the hardest thing for me would be.
Don't tell me you was one of the people going door to door selling knives and shit.
Not knives, but I was
you know, like having a little crystal parties and shit like that. You know, they was doing that,
selling vacuum cleaners.
I did try Prime America.
Cause I had homies that was doing that for sure.
ACN.
They come pick you up in that van. Come on, we're going up.
Telemarketing.
Y'all be back here at this time.
Yeah. Shit.
Vector marketing, all that type of shit.
For me, it was public outreach. I was quote unquote. We was out there fighting against child trafficking and sexual exploitation.
That's
and that
make
was
a difference.
That was weird too, because I don't know, that's a different story, but that's some of the sales stuff. And I did a little credit card situation over the phone, trying to, you know.
But now niggas selling American lager. You know what I'm talking about? Huh? Yeah, man.
Shout out to Beer Thug Brewery, fucking Edgar, man, for sure.
How was it to come up with your own beer? Did they come with you? You came with them, or y'all met in the middle? Or how did that work?
It was all Edgar, man.
Shout out to Edgar.
Shout out to.
He seen it in y'all. Like, I got something that we could collab on, and let's get into this market right here.
Pretty much, man. He created this thing. Like, Edgar is a monster. Another dude from Compton.
He had a process. Right. Yeah, we so me and Deshaun, we got our own podcast called The Culture of COMPTONMANIA, and on that podcast we interviewed Edgar,
right,
the owner of Beer Thug Brewing,
right,
and he gave us the whole tour of the location.
Nice.
Broke it down. He showed us the process of what it's like to actually make that beer
from
and put it together.
Yeah.
Right. Gave us the whole get down
to representation.
So if anybody ever want to check that out, they can go. You know.
Yeah, please
check
go.
That episode
I'm actually
out.
probably gonna go check that out myself, because I be watching YouTube for those type of things. I like to see, you know, behind the scenes shit, especially to making the beer. Oh yeah, you thought it was a game? You thought I had one of them.
Oh no, man,
office,
mine almost gone.
He thought I had one of them office mimosas. No, I got one of them things that make you want to tell us a story. He said, I want to. I got something. That nigga got sound effects. Hey, so what's your before we switch to that? Did you have any input on the beer, or you just, as soon as y'all give it to me, I'm gonna show y'all what I can do with it?
He made it based off of how he felt our inspiration was.
Nice.
So can I speak on
ahead.
that?
Talk it.
I remember because I was there when the process was going on. Yeah. So I remember originally what it was supposed to be an IPA.
Yep.
Yeah, it was supposed to be an IPA originally.
I know it's a difference between it. I'm not too much up on beers, but if y'all want to, y'all can touch up on it.
So if they go back and watch that episode, they'll get the real spiel.
Hey, well, look, we ain't giving y'all no backdrop on that. Check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the summary. Basically, it's just it was supposed to be an IPA, and then he ended up saying, "All right, well, no, we can't do the IPA, so we're gonna do the American lager," and the American lager. You know, we ended up coming up with that, and it came out with the cans. He do his own packaging, his own labels, everything, and you know you can go buy it straight from the brewery right there, and that's how it all pretty much came about.
The greatest person to ask about a beer would be you, because I know you like to.
Cam love beer.
Keep a little 6-pack around. You know what I'm talking about? Not in a bad way. He already handled himself.
I'm a beer connoisseur. You know, it's like you give me some beer and tacos, and we gonna have a good time.
What a night.
Let's start there. So with that being said, have you tasted this good Compton Mania American Lager?
Oh yeah, man. It was delicious, man. It definitely did the job. You know, I like going to different breweries and places like that just to sample, because a lot of them do samples of.
I like to sample some apple myself.
Yeah, man. You get to kind of just get a taste of something different, because all beers ain't made the same. A lot of people hear beer and they turn their nose up, or it's like, nah, you got to find something you like.
I'm for sure not a beer person, but I get around my beer partners and they had me drinking beer with them, right? But we went to Jamaica.
Ooh.
And my boy Zaga had a nigga off that. What's that?
The Red Stripe.
Boy, look here. That
They got the Red Stripes out here.
Listen to me, man. That shit's strong.
Yes, it will.
As a motherfucking arm wrestle. You dig? That'll have you.
Yeah, originally that was a part of his flavor profile of what he would cook with, and I put him up on the Modelo's, and we definitely, you know, we had to switch that. Because I always have Modelo's around.
I know you a Modelo fellow. What is juice?
He's the Bud Light Platinum, but I could say, and I feel bad because I'm the one that introduced him to that.
To the Bud Light Platties.
Man, I got a hold of them one day. They was like $1 each for the bottles. Somebody was doing a deal on them, and I said I had too much of a good time.
So why you ain't got no beer gut? What's the twist on that?
Hey man,
I know Cam, how you master that?
I fast.
You know, you can't do it all the time. You gotta know, pick and choose your battles.
Say that.
But definitely with eating too, because if you eating on top of the beer and the yeast and all that, you might be a nigga to have you gonna blow up.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of walking. I might have certain days 3 times, 4 times a week where I'm walking 9-10 miles, you know.
You right. I have seen your step count. It was pretty burnt out. For sure. So I like a 10,000 stepper. And
I'm doing 20, 25.
You for sure showed me the dub. I said, let me stand back. Hats off to you.
So yeah, man, you got to look at certain things like that.
All right. So back to you. Where did the woozy come from?
Yeah, nice question. I love that one.
It was me and my homie Just Cam, the other Cam.
It's another Cam. Right.
Hey, shout out to Cool Ass Cam and Just Cam. You hear me? Let's get
Just Cam Productions.
Let's get that down to the business. Okay. So you with Just Cam.
Yeah, and picture this, like, you know how like you got your partner that you could just fully be a nerd, dog.
Come on now.
Like you could just fully
whip out the whole Pokemon set on him.
Man. So us doing the COMPTONMANIA was like 2 homies getting together during COVID, like just shooting, trying to make content.
Nice.
And so I would just be talking and he'd be like, shut up. I mean, not shut up, but he'd be like, go over there. And he'd just start recording. So his favorite drink was Crown Royal. You know, and I think it's a little Coke.
Wow.
So we had that. And then, of course, you know, we doing the sticks.
The cha-cha.
So we do that, and then so when I'm getting it going and he recording and we going, and then I'm just like, oh, Will Zay is kicking in, the crossfaded.
Got you.
But it was like we laughed for like hours just off of that shit. He's like, yo, you got to keep saying that shit.
The Woozy.
And from that point on.
That's your thing now, yeah.
And it was crazy because for a time I got tired of that shit because right when other people started saying it, I got tired of saying it. You know, so then
I know you got a lot to say about that.
What's that there? The woozy?
No, you saying something and then you just start hearing other people saying it. And kind of be like, damn, do I even want to keep saying it?
Nah, I'm gonna make something new. You know, I'm with the culture, man. I be making up words for the culture. We gonna leave it there when they catch on. I don't like it no more.
It made me re-love it when you start seeing people say it with the energy that we said it, because it come from an energy of being a kid.
Now, making slang and having a personalized punchline for yourself is big difference though, because the woozy you got to say that forever. And when
That's you.
When they see you, they
if
supposed
I
to
hear
say
that, I'm gonna look around and be like, "Where's your time at?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's love, dude. That means the world, because it's just like you also thinking too, like from my perspective, as this is happening, I'm evolving too as a person. Like the way my whole perspective of things is like evolving. Like I'm becoming like everything. I'm aware of things where it's just like, oh shit, like what does this? You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of things that's happening. So it's just like
you've had a major event in your life, right? You just got married.
Yeah.
So let's speak on that.
That's right. Shout out to wifey.
Hey man, dude.
Mrs. COMPTONMANIA, you know, she definitely is very supportive of the brand and everything that you do.
Hey, when he said he put a ring on it, he put the whole wrestling ring on it. Yes.
Oh, that's hard, man. Hey, we got to get that.
But she be there, you know, in full support. Every event, every show.
If she gonna be married to the new what's the old dude from WWE back in the day?
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, man, she got to be.
Even his wife was coming out, being a part of storylines, and
daughter was,
hey, she wasn't the best mic. She had the best mic skills.
Hey, check it out. We're about to be all eating off this same bag. You might as well go ahead and
the whole family. They brought the kids and the mama involved. You know.
Oh man.
But yeah, she definitely she's a big part of what happens and what goes on within the company.
That's
what's
up, man.
She's amazing, man.
Hey, go ahead and break it down, man. Let us feel that little warmth, feel it in the middle of our heart, man. Talk about wifey for. Give us a good 30 seconds of how much you love her.
Man, like during COVID and like right when we really pushing this, I'm trying to push this brand, COMPTONMANIA. I'm wrestling. How am I gonna sell it to people? I already know what people gonna say, you know. And like she just was like my best friend, dude. Like I'm talking about nerd stuff like wrestling and this, and she's like, "You really do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, check out the video." So she just kept asking questions, and I'll just be, and I'm like, I never had nobody that's so interested, and she's invested. Like
she like you, so it's all about whatever you do, and that's what it's about. You being you, she figuring out your program, and then being the co-pilot about it. I'm talking about. So my question now leads to this:
okay,
where did you and your beautiful wife link up at? How did you guys meet?
Well, the interesting thing is like I seen her on Facebook. Hopped in the
in that inbox.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
You hit her with the wowzy.
So it wasn't. Was it like a mutual friend or like how, was it nothing?
Did a video come across or? How did it just
I just saw her picture.
Happened?
I just saw her picture.
Just put it on the
people
big
you
home.
may know.
No.
Yeah.
We gonna
you know people you may know pop up.
Yeah.
No, we gonna put it bigger than our.
No, but he said that's what it was.
I'm gonna put it on God.
All
you know
right.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's the big
that too.
God.
My nigga said I'm scrolling one day
and
she just so happened to pop up.
It basically it's a deeper story because the person that's connected to her like used to like take care of my grandfather. So it was just like it was crazy.
God. It's
Man.
called the perfect imperfection. You know what I'm talking about? Everything's making so much sense, but it's not supposed to. But it's you feel that little click. It's like we just linked up just now. I must have knew you in another lifetime or something. You hear me? That's what's up. Do she got a little wrestling name for herself?
You know, between us, I call her the wig snatcher.
I like that. The wig snatcher. So that means she's standing on business.
Oh, super business.
Hello.
Super.
You done got that wig snatched a little bit. Huh? You said, baby, I said I got you. Let me get it together. That's what's up,
No,
man.
yeah, she gets shit done, man.
That's what's up.
I could definitely say that. Being a part, you know.
She didn't snatch
what
your
I
little,
no, what I could say.
Snatch your little wig up too.
What I could say with COMPTONMANIA, right, is like I grew up watching wrestling, right?
Sure.
I was a fan. The Attitude Era of WWF, the Monday Night War, all that shit. I used to flip channels back and forth, watching both sides, all that. And, you know, I was always a fan. And then one day we met.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
And then the way we met was just kind of cold, too, you know?
Let's talk about it.
All right, you want to tell the story? Just
Nah, you go.
you the guest. Yeah, I feel like you should be talking right now.
Go ahead.
We want Cam to do it.
Yeah.
We want Cam to do it. I'm
just saying. All right, so what I remember for me, it was my birthday.
Yep.
He came to do a guest spot on Cali's Finest Radio with 5 Stacks.
5.
I didn't even record the show. I think Punch ended up recording the show for me because it was my birthday.
Righteous.
Niggas wanted me to enjoy my day.
You want you to be free as a bird.
Right, but I still showed up to work that day.
Come on, man. I know
I always
you.
want people to know I'm going to show up to work.
Oh, I know you.
But
they put you on the bench. You came with your clothes ready to change. They said, no, don't change.
Exactly.
You sure you don't want me to change? Don't change.
I can go put up at least like 12, 14,
on,
right now off the bench for you.
Off the bench.
But that's when we met. And we hadn't really talked about nothing. We just knew I knew he had a show coming up.
Yeah.
But I didn't know nothing about him yet.
Yeah.
Nothing that, his real personal life or nothing yet.
Just straight COMPTONMANIA. That's all you know. You pulled up on him when you.
No, not even.
Okay, break it down to me. Hey, that's that morning show pack. Don't worry about nothing.
Oh, yes, sir.
The other homie, 5 Stacks was like, yeah, man, he wants you to do COMPTONMANIA. But then, it was low-key Respect the Shooter. The other homie,
Shooter.
cameraman,
shout out.
Shooter.
He said, man, I'm going to go do this work for them. And, he want to meet up with us and talk about, like, really putting something together.
Yes, sir.
And I'm like, all right, man, well, I'm open to the meeting. So we sat down. He came to the studio when we was at the compound out there in Signal Hill, and we had a meeting, and we sat down, and he really broke it down to me and told me, like, hey, man, this is what I could do, and this is what I can't do.
Right.
This is what it is. This is what time, like, so open and honest shit. And I felt like, man, that was the most respectful thing that anybody could do.
That is. Keep it real.
But I'm keeping it real, and you got the option now. Do you want to fuck with me or do you not want to fuck with me?
Hello. Hey, that's what I call landing flat like a doormat. You know what I'm talking about? You figure out if you want to still come in here.
And it showed me a lot just of how I view myself, right? Because I feel like I'm that same way. I'm an open book. If I sit down and start talking with somebody off the street, I'm telling you the real. Mm-hmm. You could choose to fuck with me or not fuck with me based off of what I'm going to tell you.
See, one thing that I know about life is it's only one you. So you better off being you and then trying to be somebody else, because it's plenty of the people already, man. Be you, man. You could go longer, go farther, man. It might take a little longer, but you could go farther like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. So the first time, after having that conversation, first time I went out to a show, they had it at the ranch at the Compton Cowboys.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I did end up going to that show. But the whole thing was that my boy that brought me, he ended up blacking out.
Oh, yeah.
Before the show even started.
Got too faded?
Nah, he was just like dehydrated or something. He felt,
man.
Out in the sun and shit,
Yeah, that shit get to cooking like the nigga did at the Marathon Burger.
So me, I'm out there with just a camera and a gang of batteries in my pocket.
We was out there with a nigga with a Dickie suit on. We look back, wham, what happened to him? I thought somebody fired on him or something. It's exhaustion, baby.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking around handheld all day.
Yeah.
Filming the whole show.
It was hot as shit out there.
And that was my first wrestling show that I had ever really been to live.
Yeah.
Even though it was it was at the ranch, bro. So it was some shit. They had the big screen out there.
No, that's a good look.
They had fog, lights, all kind of shit going on. And to me, I was like, damn, I didn't know it was all this. You feel me? I'm interested.
That's
my nigga said, bro, I want you to be on the team.
Lock in.
Like I need help. Like I wanted this shit to get bigger, but like how do I need help to make it get bigger?
Yes, sir.
So I chose to lock in, and that's why Innovative Culture is, we've been partnered with COMPTONMANIA, and
and it's another deeper level too, because I had just lost my mom too.
Right. Now I didn't want to say that part. I wanted you to say that part.
No. It's all good.
Rest
though.
in peace, moms.
Man,
our heart is with you, bro.
And it was crazy because meeting Cam, it's like Dang, you lose family members, but you gain though.
God just works that perfect imperfection. I was just telling you about it. You know what I'm talking about?
And that's why I say he told me, you know, just on some personal shit, you know, he's told me that I've helped him get through
Yeah.
major points in his life, and at the same time, he's helped me get through major points in my own.
Hey,
You
man,
know, the same with you.
Ain't nothing like a friend, man, because you know it could either have that end where you know your friend, y'all ain't gonna be tied in, y'all gonna end, or it could be to the end. You know what I'm talking
Right.
about?
Yeah.
Friend to the end.
You
man.
could be mad about a job or a situation or a day, however it play out, but I'm gonna still call my friend tomorrow,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I feel, straight up.
And then, like he said, like we both like super honest. Like,
Hello.
look, bro, here it is. This is what I'm trying to get out of it right here.
Or this is what I
I
can
ain't
do,
hiding
and this is
shit.
what I can't do.
Cause I don't want to have no problems with you later, bro. I'm trying to just do what we trying to do. I
You
ain't
gotta
trying
be
to.
able to have them conversations with people.
I'm
you know,
like water, bro.
What you mean by that? Bruce Lee said that. Let me hear what your
I'm not finna
interpretation.
go through you. I'm gonna go right around you. I'm
Hello.
not even finna.
'Cause
I'm
I'ma
not even
keep
finna
flowing.
engage. That's it.
Oh,
I'm just
that was
finna
a
flow.
bar. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, from
I gotta let you to go, dog.
Bruce Lee said that water could take any shape and form.
Talk that.
You know what I mean? So if you put it in a cup, it becomes a cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You put it in the ocean.
it becomes water in the cup. It's still water, but it's water in a cup now.
Yes, sir. So it could take, you know,
Any form.
and water flows.
Yep.
Remember I was saying about
I
keeping
think
it
air
flow?
takes any form too, though.
That's too.
Ooh.
So I'm everywhere like air also. Hello. You hear me? Don't take a deep breath. You hear me?
I like everywhere like air. Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, you want to ride like that? Wait, that's everywhere like air.
Yes, sir.
JetBlue.
Yes, sir. I'm around this motherfucker like a postcard. You hear me? Yes, sir.
You know how many commercial shits they should just reach you, Young LA, for real?
Man, they should.
Slogans and shit.
I'm ready.
So
This shit
let's
just-
talk about. I want to touch on this. They took me. COMPTONMANIA took me on my first trip out of town
Ah,
to go film a wrestling show.
nice.
Shout out to Lisette, big
Bruh.
Lisette.
And when you say out of town, where y'all go?
We went to Portland, Oregon.
Wow,
Yeah.
y'all got up out of here.
We got on a plane. We took a plane out of JFK, what is it, John Wayne, in
Yeah.
Orange County.
Yeah.
And we flew we took a plane to Vegas, and then the Vegas took us to Portland.
Wow.
They picked us up from the airport. You feel me? Shout out to Lizette. She definitely rolled
Y'all
out the
came-
red
man.
Y'all
carpet.
came
We
out,
sat
they
up
had
watching football at the,
Hey, when
smoke
y'all came
put
out
out
the
the
thing,
tree.
they had that thing that said COMPTONMANIA. Hey, y'all get in.
Damn near
Oh, nah,
shit.
damn near. That's pretty much what it was. But
Yeah.
yeah, they good people, man, and they definitely took care of us. They gave me some more work out here too when they came down to LA and did some shit.
Yeah, Metal
So,
Mania.
Yeah,
Did y'all-
They
did y'all-
definitely Soli Luna. They got some dope shit
Yeah.
going
Did
on.
y'all eat something in Oregon? That
I
was
went to a
memorable?
burger spot out there with them. She took me and Cam. They took us right before they took us to the
I know
airport.
that'd be fun. It's Cam and Cam together.
No, yeah, he Cam 1 and I be Cam 2 when I'm out there with him.
Fuck yeah.
I'm down to be Cam 2. You feel me?
Hey, I tell a nigga as long as you call me. You know what I'm talking about?
He be Cam 1. I'll be like, I'm Cam as well.
Lock
That's
it
what I
in.
tell him. I'm also Cam.
Hey man, just call me. You know what I'm talking about? We in motion like the ocean. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
we be running that
I hate-
play. They be looking like, your name Cam 2? And I'm like, yeah. They be
I hate
like,
to have to rub it
Cams.
like
Oh,
that,
2
man.
Cams. Yeah, Cam 1, Cam 2. But I forgot the name. But they definitely had some dope ass burgers. Man, I want to think of the name right now. Fuck. It was fire, man. If I ever go back out there, I want to go to that same spot.
Portland got some good air
I know they
out
got
there.
Trap Kitchen out there, man. They got all that out there.
That's
Shout out to
fire.
them.
Shout out to my guys at Trap Kitchen, man. You know what I'm talking about? So COMPTONMANIA
Yes, sir.
is lime green. I'm seeing that in the beer. I'm seeing it in your clothing.
Oh yeah.
Is
That
like,
neon, yeah.
yeah, is that like the is that like a
It's so many different
wrestling
reasons.
color?
It's so green. If you put blue and yellow together, ram colors, green.
Oh, this nigga is good.
He got so many different reasons of why it's green.
Oh, this nigga's good.
D-Generation X, I always liked the green and
that
black
bright
combo.
green. Yeah.
And then my cousin, his favorite color is green. You know, shit, jackpot. You know, so and it was just like, yo, green also means growth.
Yes, sir.
You know,
when you see a tree, grass, and it's green, I mean they watering it. You know what I'm talking about?
And you think about luck when you see green too.
Yeah.
You think about good luck, good fortune, things like that. You know, when you see green, and it's always been my favorite color. And definitely, man, I feel like I think that's another reason why I gravitated towards it too, as well.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my young boy Ziggy. You know what I'm talking about?
Ziggy.
He is.
We're gonna start shouting you out every time too.
Yeah, we shouting him out. He one of the killers on the young baseball team, man. We gonna come out and watch you one day. I see all the highlights, man.
Though.
We proud of you, Ziggy, man. Keep doing your thing, brother. Yes, sir. So, Compton Mania, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it. You know, if you was a rapper, I'd ask you your top 5 rappers.
Okay.
Man. But since you're a wrestler,
you gotta do both, right?
Yeah, you know
so
what?
you got
Actually,
all time.
Yeah, and of now. But you know what? Let's go back a little bit. I meant to ask you this: were you a wrestler at one time?
Nah, maybe against my pillow.
That part, wrestling from sleep.
Hey, bro, I ain't even gonna front, right? I had this little when I was the same size as this motherfucker. I had a blow up alien doll that I won at the carnivore or the fair or some shit one year, and I would fucking inflate that motherfucker, and I'd be like suplexing that mother all up in the living room, like all the moves I'm seeing on TV, I'm doing on the fucking inflatable fucking alien, nigga, fucking this nigga up. I'm surprised I never fucking popped it.
I got one for y'all. I was living in Southgate. It was a little park over there. We used to play basketball at, but it was some niggas that used to meet up and wrestle. And one day I'm like, nigga, I'll beat these niggas' ass. I'm gonna get in there, right? A nigga put me in one of them finishing moves where you turn
like
over.
a submission.
No, it was like a
hole.
I want to say the sharpshooter, but I don't think it was the sharpshooter.
Figure 4.
No, it's like it was like where you be like this, and they take the bottom of your legs and they bend back.
The Boston crab.
Boy, looky here. I must have tapped out and was like, oh, this shit is real. Wrestling is fake. I walked in there talking that shit. That nigga flipped me and wow. I was like, get me up out of here.
Nigga said he got my legs. I can't go nowhere.
I said, what? This nigga tried to break my back. What I was supposed to do? Nigga be rolled off in a wheelchair playing out here with these guys. Dude, this ain't professional. Ain't nobody to stop this. I tapped the fuck out and stopped playing with the people over there. Yeah, so.
But that's the love of it though. Like just like how like people will go door to door to go hoop. Hey man, you come outside, you want to go hoop? Back in the days, it was like, hey man, come outside, let's wrestle. Yeah. I'm Shawn Michaels. Yeah. I'm Bret Hart. I'm Ahmed Johnson.
Nah, yeah, but it was certain areas. I don't know if LA was like that where you really had like backyard wrestling. I remember seeing YouTube videos of motherfuckers in, out in the country or somewhere like that, jumping off of their roof, and
they probably got a good Thunderdome going on out there in LA.
Thunderdome.
Yeah, I don't know if they.
I used to just see niggas boxing and fighting. You throwing the gloves on.
You definitely see that too.
Around and get a little slap boxing here and there, but yeah, it's really just knuckles. Socked on, nigga.
Open chest.
Nigga trying to hurt somebody. Yeah,
back in the days when I would go to school, when people would have fights, you would have the guys that can throw hands, and then you would have a dude that'll get under you, pick you up, and throw you on the ground. And
hey, you know what? As being a big dude, I used to always be like, man, that's foul. As soon as you swing, you duck, they just grab you and slam you and break your back, and then get on top of you and ground pound. And then you come back to school the next day and you walking funny and your face all lumped up and you didn't get one chance. You did one swing and you got just wiped out. I'm like, damn, why would you just do them like that? But a nigga like, yeah, I'm slamming everything.
Ain't no fair, niggas wasn't doing no fair nothing.
Rules.
Nigga, you not in the WBA fucking,
Hey, when you see a nigga swing once and miss and get back cracked and ground and pound, and the next day everybody know you got whooped because your facial is.
Oh yeah, when you see niggas walking to school with that black eye, they in that.
They might not come for the first day or the second day, but you can't.
You
miss
gotta
like
come.
3 days.
Like you gotta. Like niggas is at school.
You best day, maybe if it happened on Wednesday.
If it happened on Friday, and you come back Monday, swelling might have went down a little bit.
Might have some action,
but yeah,
man. But yeah, man, you talking like top 5 wrestlers?
Top 5 wrestlers of all time first. Yeah, do that first. Top 5 wrestlers of all time,
dead or alive, and then we're gonna
the
go
people
into
you grew up that you really
came up on, and then top 5 wrestlers that you want to shine a spotlight on.
That could be indie, they could be pro, they could be anybody right now that's really making some waves.
Okay, so first top 5 as far as like
no certain order either.
Okay.
All the time, man. From the time you grew up, before you started to leave, now, whatever. From the right now.
People you grew up watching.
Every time I'm asked this question, I guarantee you it's different.
Hey man, to think about life.
Because you start learning different things and watching different matches, and you start,
Hey, as you grow, your morals and your principles change. So could have been younger and wilder, and you liked the nigga that was wild and young, and now that you grew up and you're a little calmer, you went for this. You switched your top 5 to the
I never liked Ric Flair, but I like him now.
I mean, because of the character.
That. Yeah. So at one time that could have been obnoxious to you.
Yeah.
You come across some money and you like, oh, okay, I know that feeling when you just want to pop it. You don't have to live in that motherfucker feeling like he did, but every so often you got to get that off. You working hard, you just got to throw some shit on and shine and just feel good about yourself and talk some shit.
I'm gonna say, and this one, can I give you a reason too why?
Oh man, break it down like a car without no oil in it.
All right, no specific order, but top 5. I got to start off with Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, man, that's
shout out to Bret.
Yes,
Bret, the excellence of execution. Like I literally, as a kid, like this dude taught me confidence.
He top
I'm
5
the best
all time.
there is, the best there was, the best there ever will
Put
be.
a nigga in a sharpshooter.
Yeah, Bret Hart taught me how not to quit.
That part.
I remember Bret Hart told the Undertaker, he said, "You big son of a, either by hook or by crook, I'm gonna get it done." He taught me that, like, yo, no matter what happens, if you gonna get to this goal, you gonna do it either way.
Hey, what was Bret Hart colorway?
Pink and black.
He was cold for that. I always came. Well, I was around with the uncles, the players, and the pimp uncles, and they always say only a real player can wear pink.
He had his brother. He had Jim Neidhart. He had all them wearing pink though. Yeah. They was the Hart Foundation.
Man. As you should be, man. When you locked in, we locked in, man. So yeah, Bret Favre. Any more key points on why he the number 1?
His family, him growing up, he talked about how like when he was growing up, it was so many different wrestlers coming in and out of the house.
Oh, and his dad had a training facility.
Yeah, the dungeon.
They was called the dungeon. His dad was Stu Hart.
Yeah,
nice
in Canada.
Yeah,
that's hard. I didn't know that.
In the way how Hitman represented Canada, I'm from Compton. Now I got a family where they're seeing wrestlers. So it's just like listening to him. Now I'm living because I'm listening. Like it's a crazy dynamic. So, and he did a cameo for us too. Shout out to the Hitman, dude.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's legendary.
He supported COMPTONMANIA, man. Shout out for that. Man, we about to see him this month though.
And I used to always do this. He always leave his mouth open. Like when he's recovering and shit.
Yeah, I like that shit where he be like this,
like what, man? What's up, man? Oh, I got my Hitman's on right now. Here we go.
Yeah, man. Put them on, man.
Woozy.
Oh, woozy.
All right, that was a long explanation. Okay.
Hey, no. That was number 1. You gotta give him all the praises due. You know what I mean? So look. You even got the sharpshooter glasses on. Man. Yes, sir, man.
But they got the green frame for the COMPTONMANIA.
That part, it still flows with the whole uniform.
And the way how he rep Canada, It's how I rep my city. I don't know if I even made that situation.
Nah,
but
I always tell niggas one thing about a Compton nigga. When they introduce themselves, they gonna always say, "And I'm from Compton, California." You know what I'm talking about?
He was low key forced to be a heel at one point because of how hard he repped Canada.
Yeah, I remember what he said. Pittsburgh, this is where the piss is. They should put a toilet right here to flush America down the drain. This fool had me saying, "Fuck America, oh Canada." Like, I mean, the Hitman was just the definition of cool, dog.
Yeah, the coldest theme music.
I know, dog.
You know, he come out doing his shit when he coming out. Yeah, man. Like
that shit made me want to live, dog. You don't understand, like, just not having heroes like you.
We about to go meet him though,
man,
in real life.
Yeah, on the 20th, LA Fan Fest.
We gonna talk about it. LA Fan Fest.
Man, you better be ready.
Yeah, man.
LAX Fan Fest is gonna go down. We gonna be at the Hilton at LAX.
Man,
we gonna have all the legends out there.
Keisha's gonna be there.
Rikishi's gonna be there. Ahmed Johnson, Conan.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Bret Hart, man.
I got some questions.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to them for putting that together. Yeah,
man. Shout out.
So who's your number 2 wrestler of all time?
It's gotta be the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Wow, ain't that the one that kicked you?
Yeah,
with that boot.
Everybody is doing
that. That was his biggest rival. That was Bret Hart's biggest rival.
Come on, man. He number 1 and number 2, man.
Man, and
break it down for us. Why, man?
He can do it all. He could fly. He can do the groundwork. He's one of the best sellers. He was the most controversial. He
make other wrestlers look good.
Yes, he just Shawn. I wanted to have hair because of Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. Like they everything they did was like, it was culture. Everybody was saying, "Suck it."
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like
Generation X on them niggas.
That,
man.
It was,
think about it. That was a whole that was a part of the culture. We was going to school. Think about all of us running around. We doing that shit when we in school.
I think I just seen Sada Baby do it in the video.
Because we just seen it on Monday Night Raw. You know,
still cracking, man.
And like when you think about elbows, the Macho Man got the greatest one, but Shawn Michaels' elbow was just as beautiful. Like, I mean, this dude was like, you can't touch Shawn Michaels in the ring.
Man.
Yeah, he's freaking phenomenal. He can wrestle himself.
That nigga hit you in that chin with that boot.
He is one of the greatest workers, I feel like, in history of wrestling as well. Yes, most definitely. If I had the chance to meet him, I would definitely have some questions for him too. We need to try to get him on the culture of Compton.
Man, that would be crazy. Of course, Steve Austin, Stone Cold, man.
Bust a beer on his head, man.
And
then
Stone Cold did a lot for the culture.
Super. I don't know too many people in the culture that don't fuck with Stone Cold. I don't know.
He was a redneck. Think about it. Think about his character. But he was a redneck that chugged beer and came out and fucked you up.
And he had a good Christian verse on there too.
Austin 316.
No, Austin 316 says, "I just whooped your ass." That's what it meant.
Yes, sir.
What he came, but the origins of that, right? Remember the King of the Ring, where he said John 316 says this, but then he was like, Austin 316 says, "I just whooped your ass." And they branded that shit, ran with it.
I remember my grandma said that was so blasphemous. How dare him? I was like, damn, that's kind of cold.
But after going back and watching just his history and what it took for him to get to that point, to be that person, that wrestler, that image, it was dope, man.
Yeah, he was a dope dude to see. Like he
wasn't getting a lot of opportunities.
Like off camera, he was a good person. Like he seemed like he was.
He was always a great wrestler, but he never got opportunities. And once he got over to ECW and they helped him build that character to where it was like, yeah, I'm gonna just turn up on niggas.
Yeah, they killed it with that. That nigga bust that beer after he drank the whole thing and go get another one out.
He came out with $1 Million Man in WWF. That shit lasted like 2 weeks, and then it was like, nah, you the rattlesnake.
That part.
Yeah.
You got Randy Orton, that's the Viper, but he was the rattlesnake. You know what I'm saying? That's why they gave Randy Orton that title, because he was kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Randy Orton was a bad motherfucker too, man.
Austin run into the ring and just hit you with the stunner out of nowhere.
Everybody was giving people stunners as a kid, man. We going in the hallway just stunning niggas. bang.
That part.
All the moves that everybody was doing, we was doing that shit at school, and that's why.
Yeah.
You know, it was like I said, part of the culture.
Nigga with the Stone Cold Steve on there.
Yeah, yeah. And
I be seeing the posts your sister be posting back and forth. I be talking about all the wrestling moves. And shit.
No, I told her, hey, we ain't got no daddy, so check this out. If I ain't around, this how you.
You going in the Cobra clutch, motherfucker.
This how you get out of it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's how you get out of it. I tell her, put your
How long you leave her in there until you tell her how to get out, though?
I'm a cooker, so she get out the first. The next
I'm gonna show you it hurt first.
Oh no,
don't let nobody get you in this.
You about to black out. When you wake up, you gonna be wondering what just happened. I choked you out. So now from here on out,
yeah, y'all be over.
Finish him. She ready now. You think somebody ready to choke her now? Though?
Oh no, for sure.
Negative.
She about to handle some niggas.
She could have been big and soft as man. I'm sorry. Nah. She gonna do her good down. She know how to all kind of grapples and I taught her how to block the eyes. I'm like, come sit right here, block that.
Do you have any memories of y'all sitting up watching some wrestling or something like that?
Yeah, I was
together?
watching that shit. We had we from the ghetto, man. I had the broken TV box, so I'm watching all that wrestling shit for the F. Frizzle. It's on.
Who do you remember back then?
I was a Bret Hart. I remember when the nigga fell down and died. That was crazy.
Oh, Owen Hart.
I thought it was fake for him, and I'm like, what the fuck did he die?
His brother.
Yeah. I had said that in the bar, and then I'm like, I'm gonna start rapping that because I said something to that extent. I'm like, nah, I respect their family. Like that ain't even cool. But yeah,
I'm gonna say shout out to Jeff Jarrett, man, because that was his tag team partner at the time. That motherfucker was like his roadie. They was riding together. They was really like best friends at that time.
I represent the ghetto. So look, another good wrestler I remember is Eddie Guerrero. Hit you with that frog splash.
Eddie Guerrero was cold. I loved Eddie Guerrero. Yeah. All his matches was cold. But I loved him when he was in WCW and he was a bad guy all the time. Yeah. He came out with the LWO. He said, man, fuck all y'all motherfuckers. We the Latino world order. Yeah. He started recruiting all the Mexican wrestlers.
Man, that was so gangster.
All the ones that wasn't getting no TV time. He said, y'all can come out with me and y'all gonna be on TV.
Yeah.
The Undertaker.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Undertaker was cold too, cause you would think
that was the next one on the list.
We're gonna talk.
So that's number 3.
That's number 4. We did Brett, Sean, Austin.
Oh, Taker. Austin, okay.
But
Undertaker number 4.
What you saying?
I was about to say though, you be right there and you'll take him down a few times and the ref 1, 2. And then you like, okay, this the one right here. They got him. And then he had put that leg up or something. He used to be real subtle.
No. It be the ones where they turn their back. They be taunting and doing all kind of shit. And that nigga sit up out of nowhere. You be like, nigga, that move didn't do nothing.
Yeah, no, because he'll be low. He won't move. He just put his leg up. And then they'll be stopped. And they'll be like, why it ain't 3? And then you'll be here, look, like his leg up. So he won't show you. And then the last time, right before it's put to go, he had just had that arm go. And then you get to getting up. But yeah, Undertaker is another one in the ghetto.
Like he invented the casket match.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Man,
he was originally what was it, like a mortician? Yeah. He was supposed to be working at a funeral home and shit like that.
We was really scared of him though. Yeah,
he was
real
wild.
Life.
Yeah, he was wild. And then the music changed. It get to get real dark and deep. All chords on the thing. Wow.
Then they gave him a whole crew. He had the Ministry of Darkness.
That was my favorite Undertaker, but I hear that's his worst version. I don't think he liked it.
Yeah, because he had the cut up shirts and
I thought he looked hard to me. He looked like a super
You see,
villain.
right after that, he went to the biker, the motorcycle shit.
Yeah, I was mad.
Came out with Fred Durst.
I like the OG trench coat him.
Yeah.
The trench.
I was mad. When he first changed I was like, why no?
But
he was hard.
You can't stay the same forever. You gotta change with the times.
What was the things that made you put Undertaker on your list?
It made wrestling real. Like he's a dead man. Like he's from Death Valley. He was rolling his eyes in the back of his head. It was caskets, and then too, coming from Compton, my dad was murdered when I was 2. So I seen a lot of funerals. So it's just like you seeing a guy that's coming out that's representing death. I'm thinking like, oh shit, these niggas got my peoples. You know what I mean? He represented like
all my dead homies.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Damn.
And then remember Bone Thugs in Harmony video
Yeah,
where the
East
nigga,
99.
he touching the forehead and I'm
Uncle
like,
Charles.
oh, here I'm not fucking with that. You know, don't touch me.
I'm with you. What you want me? Where you want me to stand at?
Yeah. And it was just he could fly too, like that big to be able to jump over the ropes. He was walking the ropes. He wasn't like a big clunker. Like he was like a
clunker.
747.
He was
Agile.
Like he's just the choke slam
Nimble.
was everybody was mimicking choke slams and tombstones and his power bomb, which he called the last ride, where it's like the razor.
Nigga give you a Murphy, nigga, before he drop you.
Oh my God.
And he's so tall, when you drop from there, it's gonna hurt a little bit.
And then too, you just like seeing Undertaker just fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm sorry.
All right, so what's colder, the jackknife or the last ride?
The last ride, what are we talking?
Because of the Murphy.
It's cause of
That nigga putting your drawers in your, and then,
now
and
the
then he throwing
jackknife
you.
was devastating too, you know, cause he
Just lift you up and throw you from wherever you at, like
You
like
know
that.
what's devastating is
That nigga Kevin Nash played basketball, so it was like he was taking a jump shot.
Kevin Nash, that power bomb was
I'll tell
amazing.
you
I
what-
like Sid's too. Sid had a nice
what's
one too.
devastating is when Yokozuna put you in that corner and,
Oh, that's it.
and rub that shitty booty in you.
Oh, you talking about
Rikishi.
Rikishi? Yeah.
Rikishi, my bad, yeah.
Shout out to Rikishi. We gonna
Yes.
see him on the 28th too.
Yeah,
That
man,
dude is a freaking. He's awesome.
That nigga,
He what is his company called?
Knox Pro.
He got his
man.
own independent wrestling company,
That's what's up.
Knox Pro.
And for WrestleMania weekend, I mean, they ran every like big. Knox is the
Rikishi got his whole family involved in wrestling.
Hey man, that's what's
sure
up.
did.
That nigga,
Like his sons is wrestling.
everything about him was cold until he hit you with that finishing move. You like, what is he doing?
He's training wrestlers. Shout out to Shiloh. He
Yep,
actually went to
Shiloh
go
came.
work with him, right?
Yep.
So-
That's what's up, man. He did it. He brought it back. You know, some
Snipes,
people,
a
they
whole
take
bunch.
off.
So it's out here, right? Like a lot of people watch wrestling on TV and they be like, "Damn, man, you know, I wish I could do something like." See, look at all these niggas that be in the gym and they just go to the gym, right? But they don't really do nothing with their athleticism or they look or nothing like that. But niggas, wrestling schools out here in LA,
Yeah.
to where people can actually
bunch
go
of
and
them.
learn how to wrestle.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rob with the
Yeah.
West Covina Wrestling Academy.
It's No Mercy Wrestling School.
Oh, that's what he is now.
Yeah, no
He changed
mercy.
it? All right.
yeah. And Kayfabe Academy. with
Kayfabe
Paul
Academy
London.
with Paul London. Kayfabe Academy with Paul
yeah.
London.
If you wanna reach
shout
out,
out
I
to
can
Paul
reach out.
London,
Oh,
man.
no.
Let's talk about Paul a little bit real quick.
Okay.
We ain't gonna forget about your last
No,
person.
I'm
But
chilling. I'm with
Paul
the homies.
London. He used to wrestle with WWE, but he done wrestled all over the world.
Yeah.
He's also done acting. He's done a lot of work, man, and I've grown to be a real good friend with Paul London, man. I appreciate it. You just followed me on Instagram 2 weeks ago. Yeah, man, fuck with you, Paul.
Yeah,
Paul's one of my good people.
Yeah.
This is somebody I grew up watching on TV.
That's crazy, ain't it?
I grew up watching you wrestle, you holding titles and shit like that. I'm watching you bleed on TV, bro. Like it, you know, whooping niggas' ass and you know, and nigga, we friends now. So that's why I say, man, shout out to Paul, man. He gave me an opportunity one time to come out and film his very first
Kayfabe
Kayfabe Academy showcase.
Yeah.
Gave me some work. And
Josh and
me and Juice went out there and we did the job and we gave them like a showcase of all they wrestlers that came out of their first class of their school. And it was dope, man. It was a great experience, and I definitely look forward to working with him and definitely anybody else that he feel like shit might need the services at this point, because he got a lot of good stuff going on, and he got a good heart and good attitude, you know.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Before we get to the fifth, I want to know what y'all think about the Dudley Boys.
Oh man, one of
my
best
favorite tag teams.
finishers, man. Everybody that
put
3D.
that table out and crack it.
Yeah,
down,
Diva. And I like Bubba when he stuttered.
Let me tell you something, man. 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
I had a homie named, what was his name? Johnny Garcia. I went to elementary school in LA, right?
JG.
I don't know if he even. Well, I ain't talked to him in years, right?
Right.
But he was the one that put me up on ECW.
Ooh.
I'm watching the Monday Night Wars. Like I said, I'm taping this shit every night because I fall asleep and I want to be able to see what's gonna happen. I wake up in the morning before I go to school the next day. I'm watching the tape so I can see what happened at the end. I was that type of motherfucker, right? Yeah. But he like, man, you don't watch ECW? And I'm like, what channel that shit come on? You feel me? When it come? And I finally got a hold of that shit one day. And the Dudley Boys was on TV when I first fucking turned it on there, and I'm like, this is my first experience with ECW.
Did they have Spike with them?
Not yet. No. But this is like 97.
Okay.
The Dudley Boys made me fans of ECW.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know too much about those smaller leagues that y'all naming, but I get it now. That's where they got their character.
That's a part of history, a part of the culture, a part of the wrestling culture.
Yeah, so it's not like they just came out the blue. Like I thought they was in those smaller leagues and they got their character together. When they start seeing that star power, bring them up to the big dog league, something to that extent.
It's about like business and motherfuckers going out of business and things like that, and you know, people making plays behind the scenes. Gotcha. They boss making plays behind the scenes that was able to get them over there and get a little bit more money. You know, it was some shit, but and that's what for me. I had sat up and I've been learning the history of wrestling and understanding how we got here. You know, man, that's one of the biggest things for me, bro. I feel like I want to be a history teacher, if anything, before I go. Is knowing this is how we got here.
Mark Henry. What about Mark Henry?
Ooh.
Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah,
I forgot about that moniker. Yeah.
He used to come out to the Barry White music, remember?
Bone chicken, wow,
they had a big ass candy bar on the screen.
Man.
That's
when he did that, when he was doing the House of Pain, that's when I was like,
with the
hell
dreads.
Yeah. When he was like 15 years, I was like, ugh.
He's the world's strongest man.
Yeah, and it was good to see him have like a nice run because he deserved it, man. Mark been there for a minute, putting his dues in.
I got the next question for you, but we're gonna let you go and do the number 5, and then I'll get into the next question.
So Undertaker was number 4, so I have to say the Ultimate Warrior because as a kid, just seeing him run through, like just come out running, my face would just get numb. Like I would get up in my little what they call it dun-dun-duns, because you try to mimic them. So I'd be sitting there with my wrestling drawers on, running, putting strings around my wrists.
Yeah, because
like putting a feint on.
This shit used to have like a little flappers or something.
And you know, in the hood, it's all about drip.
Hello.
It's all about drip. So the Warrior would come out just looking like a airbrushed, just. Like,
Ultimate Warrior.
You was putting the face paint and shit on?
Oh, hell
you was fine. What was you using, like toothpaste? What you try to use whatever you can find?
My grandma, she always sewed and stuff, so she would have like, and we would go to the store. She would cut out my outfits.
Oh, like, she was making them for you.
Man, my grandma,
that's what's up.
Like, man, my grandma even sold Avon, like Mama Jenny. So she get up early. She be selling Avon. As a kid, she'd be like, you got to come with me. We out of there like 5 a.m. And then I'm like, can I take my wrestling ring?
Shout out to her. My grandma used to sell Avon too.
Hell yeah. People used to sell Avon in the ghetto back in the day.
We was getting that skin so soft. All that shit.
Hey, I still fuck with that skin so soft. Yeah. They could have left that alone.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so my next question now that you got the 5 out, you're still going to do the 5 that you want to shed light on that's coming up right now. But I want to know, how did you ever look at, like, when you seen celebrities cross over, like when Snoop Dogg come do it or different people come jump into the league? Do you look at that as like blasphemy, or do you look at it as dope, or how do the people look at that?
I mean, I know some wrestlers, they feel a type of way, but like for me, it's awesome. Nice. Anything that brings light to the brand, you know, it just, whoever you bring in, you just gotta let them know, hey, this is a no, this is a yes, but we won't, you know. It's all about that dialogue and stuff like that. But other than that, like seeing Snoop, man, what if Snoop get to touch your product? You would be foolish not to let the dog fall. Like, what?
I hear you. That's why I said I just wanted to see. I mean, so you saying if we was to break it up in 2 sides, on the business side and marketing and strategies, it's great for the big up for the culture of wrestling. Then to the people who are hardcore wrestling fans, that day one everything is wrestling, breathing in and breathing out, they might be a little bit more shooken up when they see the celebrities.
What you got to do it is just like if you tasting something new. You don't want to give them the fucking. They gonna be like, the fuck, I don't know how to even eat that. Here's a little taste. You know, boom, introduce it to them. You know, you and that's it. But then if they know a person like Snoop, I mean, no matter what you do, people in wrestling know Snoop. Who don't know Snoop?
It's like when they brought Mike Tyson in.
Yeah,
or when they bring, they be bringing all kind of celebrities in. Like right recently, they've been using Travis Scott, right?
Yeah.
But you know, Travis Scott, he gonna walk out there with the blunt, all that. He's smoking. They talk about, he's burning sage. You feel me? They at the show talking about he's burning sage.
Yeah.
So, man, like, yeah. So it's just it's a lot of emotions into a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, it can make sense. It's Everybody has a wrestling
room
story
for everybody, man.
Yeah.
I hear you a good person, man. You gonna scoot over. Some people, the bench is a little tight, but it's enough room for both of us. We might be touched a little bit. Some people ain't scooting over. They say, no, ain't no room on here. You'll scoot over. Come on, man, get on over here, man.
We want to ask more questions, so we let them do his 5 first, because I got another question that relates to that.
Ask a question.
Yeah, go.
Talk about some of the other companies that you've collabed with, the independent companies, and shed some light on them.
Amped Up Wrestling, they do what we do.
Shout out to Sean Black.
Yep, and Inglewood.
When you say Amped Up, it just made me want to say Amped Up.
They out of Inglewood,
like geeked up.
So they in the ghetto too. You feel me?
Hey, if y'all need a song, I got y'all.
Oh, hey, look, Sean Black, Young LA. Hey,
I'ma connect y'all. I'ma link y'all together.
Amped Up. We can flip the Geeked Up to Amped Up and drop a record. But yeah, go ahead with you.
We got Valor Pro Wrestling up in Hesperia. You know,
from Compton to Hesperia.
Yeah. We got Versus Pro
out there in Vegas,
Las Vegas with Project West and Kara and them. It's a bunch of Relentless Pro Wrestling, Dream Slam.
You got Solely Luna out there in Portland.
So, yeah, Metal Mania. Wrestling from Burbank, can't forget them. Oh my God, why am I messing this up?
Hey man, let me tell y'all, if he doesn't name y'all, we are smoking some of this Good Morning Show pack, and it is followed with a mimosa
in a real way.
So just blame it on the goose got him feeling loose, man.
Right. But what I can say is, like, if y'all see any flyers or any events coming up from any of these places, they all do quality shows.
Oh yeah, Knox Pro, Santino.
They gonna give you some good entertainment. So y'all go and check them out live.
And that's what COMPTONMANIA is about. Like, it's a lot of feds. Like, we just love wrestling, dog. Like, however this fed is doing it, that's dope. We just got our own
fed is
flavor.
A different term, y'all, so y'all understand that. You know,
I was
not
just
the
about
fed.
to say,
for the people in the back.
So
not that kind of
what
fed.
is a fed? Yeah.
Federation.
Got you.
Not the federales.
Yeah. Like WWF, World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
Y'all just call them the feds.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But
for the people in the back.
So what's the top 5 on the come up spotlight?
Ooh,
top 5 wrestlers that you feel like is making some waves.
I'm gonna just say COMPTONMANIA guys. I'm just gonna mention my COMPTONMANIA guys because I don't watch enough wrestling because I'll be so busy.
We watching COMPTONMANIA, though, so let's break it down for the people in the back.
No particular order, right?
Never no particular order.
I guess I got to start with the world champ, Paul London. I mean, like, I know he's not up and coming, but just what he means to the culture, like, he's so like giving. You want to talk about somebody who read books to children, come into the hood, helping us give out food. Paul even come to shows where he not even getting paid to be there. He's just supporting.
Hey, can I say this, man? Fuck it. Paul's a real individual, man.
For real.
He's definitely gonna show up and support something that's gonna help the community and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's you know, another thing that I see in him, and that's another reason why I really rock with him, because he's gonna come out and make sure that people are taken care of.
Yep.
Paul's gonna go beyond the call. Yeah, I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
got you, Paul.
I would say I'm gonna start off with some younger up and coming. I would say Reverend Bishop Thunderbird.
Shout out to him, man. Yeah, for sure. Reverend Bishop Thunderbird.
I'm gonna say this: I've never seen you wrestle or heard the name, but the name is fire. You gotta say that one more time.
So you gotta give a little breakdown of, you know, him and his gimmick and what he does, so that you know.
Break down the name one more time so I can catch it though.
Reverend Bishop Thunderbird.
That part, I like it. It sounds janky. I like it. It sounded a little janky.
I mean, this guy, he's like a preacher. You know, he's collecting money from everybody.
Passing the collection plate.
Putting his perm on everybody.
Oh, damn.
He's out there blessing people's chests.
Holy water,
Yeah, he's a riot, man. I think the character, and he's a must-have, dude.
He's very
He's
entertaining.
Like, and the fans react to him. He's a reaction. Like, you can feel him when he's out there. Pause.
We call that viral.
Yeah.
Viral.
He's hilarious. So that's Reverend Bishop Thunderbird. I would say CTE, Charles Thomas Edwards. Like, from the moment he comes through the curtains, you like, oh shit, it's Suge Knight.
But yeah, so he's a football player. We CTE. You
Yeah.
understand? So you hear that, and then that's like one of those injuries that a lot of football players get. But his name is Charles Thomas Edwards. It just so happens that that's the acronym for his name.
Yeah, and he's very dedicated. And outside of being a wrestler, like the stuff that he's had to overcome, and his will to show up, his will to commit to a process, his focus, his determination. You know, he rough around the edges because he like us. You know, we all learn to sharpen our crust or whatever. But
go out there and he put in work.
he go out there and he's a monster too.
Nice.
And he's still in the beginning. Okay, so that's that.
Shout out to CTE.
Well, forget it. Shiloh Greaves. I mean,
Shout out to Shiloh, man.
Yes, sir.
My light skinned brother.
man, twins. I mean,
Twins.
So I learned what I learned about Shiloh. Fun fact: R.B. Greaves,
yeah,
his father, right,
Yes.
was a famous singer back in the day.
Alabama.
Famous musician.
yeah.
And yeah. For anybody that didn't know that, but yeah, Shiloh, man, he's definitely a good individual as well.
Man,
He do a lot behind the scenes that
Man,
people don't
dog.
know about. And he's a wrestler. He's trained with some of the greats, you know.
talk that talk.
Some of them people that have really you know, we watched on TV that really made an impact on us growing up. And
Man.
he's trained with them. He's wrestled for them, and you know, put on some of the best matches that we've ever seen. So I'm, like I said, that's my brother, and I'm down to do whatever and work with him, you know.
Man, you talking about trained by Rikishi from
Gangrel,
Gangrel.
the vampire that used to come out
Black
with spitting the
Pearl.
blood in everybody's
Oh my
face.
God.
These was his trainers.
Hey,
you
you
know?
know who I just thought about? Gold Dust. That wild ass boy there.
That's Dusty Rhodes' son.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes' big brother.
Cody
That's
Rhodes,
wild.
American Nightmare, but you know, low key, Dustin was going by the American Nightmare before that.
Good history.
WCW.
So was that
you know?
5 or is it still some more left?
You got one more.
Okay, who did I just say?
You said Shiloh was the last one.
Okay.
CTE before him. Reverend Bishop Thunderbird before that. Then you had another one before that.
Oh, I'm not done talking about Shiloh. Hold on.
Okay, come on. Yeah, give him some more.
So, Shiloh is super important to the brand of Compton Mania.
Yeah,
like
he
is he does so much work for the brand, and I want this like so people could hear this. Like, if you talking to Shiloh, it's basically coming from me.
That part.
Like, you know what I mean? Now
He's damn near the second signature.
You know
on
what I'm
here.
saying?
You talk to him, fuck it, just run it. He said it's good.
If Shiloh said it, you gotta accept that.
Yeah, is that like this guy? He's a booker. He's my booker. I mean, a lot of times people don't want to talk about that, but listen, this dude he's been there carrying a lot of weight because like people don't even understand.
He's the one that called the wrestler. No, let's be for real, man. We gonna keep it open. He the one that called the wrestlers and he booked the wrestlers and say, this who we gonna get for the matches. This who I got for this price and this who we got right now.
Like
this who we could use for this date.
Like the niggas that's bringing all the battle rappers together.
He's that nigga, but he's a wrestler as well. You feel me? But he's the one that's going out and actually getting the talent.
Yeah. And then coming from him too, because he deal with a lot of stuff too. Because like say we have a show and there's like a small budget. Now the wrestler's gonna be taken care of or whatever that case may be. But it may not. The dressing room ain't got no clothes. Like it's situations like that where it's like, dang,
he gotta explain that to people.
He gotta explain that and like because a lot of stuff I don't know either because we're still at the prove it point. Right. You know what I mean? On some real talk. So you take what you got and you make it something and then you get better. But he deal with a lot of that. So it's just like, to me, he's the number one. Like there's nobody more important to the brand than Shiloh Greaves. He needs his respect.
That's facts.
And people don't understand like being a promoter, even though like wrestlers, they love you because, you know, you give them a platform to do their thing, but they also don't understand the business side, what happens, stuff I got to relay back to him, and then he got to tell them, and then he got to deal with all the shit.
We call those technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And he handled that. He's a tough, but you know, he's that with the talent side. Yeah. Right? But then when I show up, I still be that with the technical side. Me and Cam One.
Got you.
Yeah, and that's the thing too that makes it really special. But then okay, another athlete in the ring, this is really tough because I feel like, I don't know, I'm really biased. I got to put a girl in here. And since I can only add a one, I got to give it to Maserati. You know what I'm saying?
The women's champ.
The women's champ. And I didn't even think about, because it's a top 5 in the women too, and but that's a whole nother different situation. But Maserati / I'll put Candy Girl too, and Heidi and Lois. It's 4 and 1.
They are the most consistent and solid, and they come up and show up to the brand. Yeah. Whenever it's something and they get the call, they show up for you. Yeah. I think that's what it is for sure.
Is you got to have a foundation, so you got to have something to build on. Yeah. So the people that's gonna be there and you can depend on, that's a great foundation. So definitely want to make sure you put the spotlight and highlight on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, so all 4 of those ladies, my number.
I'm glad you said that because when I'm coming through now, I'll have certain names that might ring a bell from hearing them and discussing them with you.
Appreciate
when I
you.
come out there, I don't know nothing from nothing. I just know you.
So yeah, I invited you to a show one time. I think we was at El Monte with Jim Work, and we was doing a show out there. And I knew it was like the rapping with the wrestling. So I was like, let me invite Young out so we can kind of see what's going on, because I felt like it was more like that one was more music related as well.
Hold on, wait a minute.
He just came across something.
Young LA, we need to get you to talk to Tech. We need to make this happen. How can we need to get you involved in COMPTONMANIA some kind of way? Like bro, like what are we talking about? Like what are we talking about here?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I was just saying
in a real way.
Whatever y'all can do then, but I don't know. I got my own vibe. If you can figure out fit, but I'm just a ghetto point of view. I guess
I can see you rapping one of the wrestlers out though.
Yeah,
I can see that at least.
Rapping them out. Oh, walking them.
That's
out,
what they do. So
okay.
When they do those shows, right? They have a rapper come out and they walk out the wrestler. So the wrestler's intro music is the rapper coming out with them.
Come on, man, Young. Oh my.
You know what I'm saying?
Lock me in. I definitely I could do that.
Oh my God!
I was trying to see what y'all had me doing.
No, we're not about to get you out there.
Nah, you ain't. Yeah.
I'm talking about you being Young LA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's on what level I have different shades. But now I get it, y'all.
So they just came back from Arizona recently, and they did a show like that. They were a quick turnaround, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
We went to Arizona. It was a quick turn.
So y'all got out there. Y'all got out there.
Yeah, and shout out to I can't think of the name. I'm so mad. I'm gonna say Jim Workfest and Arizona food truck situation. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't beat me up. All love and respect for giving us the opportunity to do that. But we went to Arizona, man. Like, I'm a huge Ram. We Ram fans. So we figured it out.
Yes, sir.
Me too.
Three.
Hello.
Yes. And we drove past the stadium and all that stuff, and then we go up in there and we setting up the ring, and it's 97 god dang degrees. But they say it's a cool day because usually it'd be 107 or something. So we set up thing that the community come out. The rappers were dope. The wrestlers, we had Thugnificent made his debut with COMPTONMANIA. Thugnificent is so huge for the culture, man. This dude got so many moves. He wrestling Timberlands, and him and Shiloh tore it down, man. Yeah, man. And the rappers were rapping the wrestlers out through the fancy cars. They had muscle cars there.
Oh damn.
All kind of different food trucks was there. And it's definitely something that we definitely plan on going back out there.
Y'all didn't have no problems coming back from Arizona, right?
No,
because we just told a story about how we had problems coming back.
Wow. Just summarize it. The car was getting towed, and we were in the back of the car getting towed.
No.
We snuck in because there was too many people there. So we
rode on the back of the tow truck.
Oh.
And we wrote a song. Want to hear it?
Yes, let's hear it.
But yeah, we talked about that in the last episode. But it's just crazy because it was a quick trip to Arizona. Let's talk about it. It was a quick trip to Arizona. That's exactly how I felt about that motherfucker. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, however I can help you, that's the part about, when I say I fuck with you, man.
Man.
However, if
man,
we can figure
I appreciate
something out,
you
let
for
me
sure.
know. We can get it in. But, I still slide by and support and do what I can from outside, to the inside.
Oh, yeah, the next one that come up, I'm going to have him there.
Oh, man. Yeah.
We in there like a, I wasn't going to say nothing crazy right now. I'm going to let y'all slide on
you
that.
You wild as cat meat.
You hear me? Boy, wilder than cat meat, boy.
What is cat meat?
You know how like when they say you're eating something fine, this is a fine dining. So now what if somebody just snatched that right there up and cut that open and say, here you go. That's out the wild. Boy, you wilder than cat meat, boy. Now I picked that up from my partner named Macaroni Production.
Shout out to him. He was on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, he hilarious though. But yeah, I told him I'm borrowing that. Yeah, I like to borrow.
He was selling Diddy the oil. He was the Diddy the Diddy oil supplier.
Yeah, no, that nigga crazy.
He was a very, very rich man. Very, very rich.
Yeah,
he was an oil vendor.
Who he look like?
My nigga from Blue Street. Yeah. The one that Martin had played in Blue Street. Yeah. Yeah, that's him. Macaroni. Big Jeffrey.
Big Jeffrey. He got the boots. He got the whole nine. The nigga crazy. He funny. He do
the whole character for sure. Yeah.
He might be a good person to come out there too.
We definitely need characters.
Yeah, he's a character.
Oh man, yeah,
he's a full blown character. It ain't got too many more characters.
See, Young, I'm happy you said that. Now that you here, man. See, I be thinking about just how can I connect different people and how it would make sense. But then when you with me, it make a little more sense because you be thinking about people I don't be thinking about.
Yeah, that's why I be saying I got that ghetto point of view.
I
bring to this.
That's why we spend so much time together, man.
Yeah, sir, my brother from another, man. You know what I'm talking about. So, to the next question.
Yep.
Can you remember the actual, maybe not, if not the actual fight, maybe the actual event, maybe WrestleMania 7 or whatever it could be that made you fall in love with wrestling?
No Holds Barred.
The movie.
Yep.
Well, Hulk Hogan and Debo. Yeah.
Zeus is from Compton.
My nigga Tiny Lester.
Yeah. He was Hulk Hogan's villain in that movie.
Yeah, man. He was like a real dude off camera,
But they put him. He was in wrestling though to promote the movie.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
and he was really out there.
The Debo character was so big for him that people didn't know he like a real dude. Like, what's up, man? He'll talk to you, a real, you know what I mean? So rest in peace to him though. But yeah. The movie got you. Wasn't no certain WWF event.
I mean, it was
locked you in.
Well, my uncle, like, cause we would watch wrestling, but then he'd be like, nephew, cause we had all the tapes and the VHSs and stuff. He'd be like, let me show you Zeus, the human wrecking machine.
Right.
And then, you know, when it came on Saturday night, I would see him and the Macho Man, you know, with Sensational Sherry, and he just, and he was from Compton. Yeah. And then at the Compton Christmas parade, seeing them wave, and it's just like,
that's real.
And
that's
now
him.
The trippy thing is like, we done did 2 Compton Christmas parades, so now I'm on the other side.
You're actually in the parade.
Yeah,
walking, and you waving on the other side to the people that's watching the parade.
It's a trip, man, but like that just meant so much as a kid, because my uncle was like, nephew, he from Compton, we from Compton.
Yeah, that part.
You know, so
it's crazy how seeing somebody like on TV and then something so simple as a simple detail as y'all from the same city opens up the door for you to be able to connect and lock in, and it just feel like, oh yeah, no, I fuck with that dude, you know what I mean, from a far distance. Until, like I said, y'all popping enough where y'all meeting y'all motherfucking people y'all looked up to now. You know, y'all better not turn no idols into rivals.
No,
y'all better be shaking heads and fucking with people. I'm just being funny though.
But
yeah,
but
man,
that's real talk,
love, bro.
Cause I took care of my grandma too. You know what I mean?
Come on,
so
man, let's talk about that, man.
Like same thing with the wrestlers that came before us. I want them to live longer. Like it like when Owen died, that shit hurt it.
Hey,
I
so
didn't know him. You
on
know,
a quick trip, I mean, did they have a reason why that happened? Was it some awkward, or was it like some
from what I heard, it was just negligence. Like they didn't
rested.
They I think they used like a fishing hook instead of a
real
something.
Yeah, I got
you.
Because he had already done it a couple times before.
I seen it. So it was simple as that day they might have picked up the wrong wiring. And that detail made a big difference.
They didn't check it before they put it out there.
Or they supposed to like put on a
safety inspection and all that.
Go weigh up a bag of.
Somebody didn't do their job that day.
They say how much on weight? Oh, he weighed 160. Okay, they go put a bag full of weights to 160 and then do it.
I don't even think they did that.
Yeah, I got you. They're supposed to give it a test run, and they would have seen it fall. Now the weights just fall. You pick that back up. You can't go pick my boy up. Yeah, I hate to hear that, but I'm glad you covered that for me. I always was wondering, like, I never dove back into that as an adult. I just knew that happened, and I just knew it happened back in the day. So somebody went double checked, and it was just, hey man, sorry, just shit. You know, not to say shit happens, but you know, mistakes happen from time to time, and it just happened to be a fatal one.
Man, yeah.
Rest in peace, Tim.
Yeah, rest in peace, Owen.
Oh yeah, so I just wanted to ask you that earlier when we talked about it, but
no, you good.
Yeah, I just thought about it.
I mean, cause that was. Woo.
Is there any other big wrestlers that we know about that was from Compton?
Vader.
Was Compton or Linwood?
I don't know.
Because I saw Linwood.
Okay, I saw Compton.
But still, shout out to him too for being from Linwood. That's still
used
next
to
door.
Be Compton though.
That's close enough. I was gonna
till they became their own city.
I don't know. I'm making.
They incorporated.
I think they did get
until they incorporated in L.A. County.
I think so. I don't know. Something happened, but yeah, I saw Compton. But George Bush, he got arrested.
Is there any events coming out, wrestling events coming to LA that you plan on attending?
I think it's one on the 14th that I want to go. I think is 3PWA. I think so, with Tony Reigns. I think they're gonna be in La Mirada. I think I'm gonna try to go to that one. On the 14th. I mean, we got July 12th in West Covina. We got July 19th at the WLCAC
in Watts.
We're not.
And then we got August 9th in West Covina again, and then August 30th and August 31st in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Where's the Anaheim location at?
I gotta look it up.
You sounding booked and busy to me, sir.
Man, that's shout out with just doing partnerships with a lot of different people, and that's something that I can't take full credit for. That's it's just a group of people coming together.
Take a village,
to,
man.
Yeah, to honor our commitment.
This company is your child, you know, and it takes a village to raise your child. You know?
Straight up. Like this is everybody that put in blood, sweat, equity. Ain't no big I's and little U's. Everybody is needed and appreciated for sure.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, like that's the yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
my camera died. Fuck it, I'ma just say it out loud.
Technical difficulties. All right, but let's go to this before we get to slide up out here.
Okay.
I was ask you to ask me a question and Cam a question.
Don't ask me one.
But yeah, being that Cam ain't here right now, it's just me and you. Yeah, ask me a question if you was a podcaster and you was to be asking.
What impact do you want to what impact do you want people to know that Young LA brought?
LA is known for certain qualities, and you know, the ghetto stuff is what makes us go viral. I just want to highlight the other things that we're not known for, that we can be known for, and show that we do this and have the same amount of fun, all the great times, you know what I mean, just on a positive note. So I just want to add to the culture, you know, in a good way. Make people get up and want to go work, not hang out all day, and just twist some of the little things that I thought as an LA person, the average person, should be more like this now. So instead of me telling people, hey, you should, I'ma just go do it. So you see me doing it, you go catch on or not. And you know, and that's how I'm thugging with this shit.
Man, I feel like Young LA is a vibe.
Can I co-sign? I know y'all can't see me, but
no, you can't co-sign, dog. Hey, so this right here is a nigga talking from heaven right now to heavens.
Let's go.
Yeah,
they looking at you, but they gonna hear me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a cold pose while you talk to him.
Do it.
Listen to the music. If you listen to the music, it's gonna make you want to get up and go do something. For real, it's gonna make you. It's gonna definitely motivate you to go out and have some fun with your life and not sit around. Because that never not working is a real lifestyle, and it's gonna change your life.
Yes, sir. You know, right when you figure out, okay, I gotta get a job, and you realize a job is just gonna have you just over broke. You know what I'm talking about? Now you gotta start doing overtime, and then you realize I'm never gonna not be doing overtime because this is what I'm starting to know to get ahead. Ugh. So guess what? I live in overtime. You hear me? Every day I do past 8 hours just off the dribble. So I'm living in the 16-hour zone now. So what that means in 1 week, the 8 hours
crossovers and Euro steps.
I'm doing 2 weeks of work in 1 day. If you sleep for 8 hours a day and I don't, in an 8-hour shift, that means I did another shift on you that you can't get. So if I work every day and do all the shifts, I might have 8-week day. So then I say I'm working 25/8. That's how, man. You add an extra hour and an extra day, because all them days y'all sleep, I'm gonna be up working. So if you add all that time, that's another day that you could have been working that you ain't. So that's 25/8 for y'all motherfucking ass, Jack.
And the work gives value, so that's how valuable you are.
I was just telling that to somebody else, that when you have different jobs, if I was to tell you that last night, since I was being a rapper, that's why I'm late today and it's fucking up my podcast, and then they look at it like, oh yeah, you got too much you doing, you might need to slow down. But when you could do all of them and still be effective, then it doesn't take away from all of them. So,
talk.
Yeah, I might get a call for somebody for a pink slip. You know what I mean? I might, you know, get all kind of different things and have a meeting about this. I just set up and chopped it up with my partner at the Court Cafe. Shout out to them Blue and Sunny, you know what I mean, for that good establishment, Taco Meal. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, shout out to my boy Chef Zaga and this motherfucker,
Zaga.
Man. Yeah, sir. You know what I'm talking about? One of the greatest. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to be there on Taco Tuesday. You know what I'm talking about? Well, my boy, him and Cam, they be whipping up, man. I'm going to tell y'all this, man. If you want to save some money and be feeling good after the end of the night, they got something called $45, you get unlimited margaritas and tacos. You know what I'm talking about?
Woozy.
So yeah, you come in there and you spend $90, cause don't come by yourself. Bring a friend, please. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all just, indulge and don't get too crazy now, cause you don't wanna go get carried away on Taco Tuesday. Wednesday you gotta get up for show. It ain't like it's Friday where you can sleep on Saturday. So you gotta have a little game about yourself. But yeah, they got all kind of different flavors. A chicken, a steak, Cam. Yeah, I'm gonna point the fingers.
It's off the voice again in the background.
They gonna look like I'm talking, so just say it. I got the fingers for you.
We got shrimp. We got al pastor.
Oh.
Yeah, we got all that.
See, it looked like I was talking because I did the fingers with it. But yeah, man, y'all tap in. You know what I'm talking about? This shit going on around this motherfucker. But that was a great question, though, man. I appreciate that.
Man, appreciate
and you saying I'm a vibe. What does that mean? Because I know what it means, but I like the people in the back so they can break it down.
Again, like you brought the whole party. You
brought the whole party.
You brought the whole party, and he always making sure
the
everybody
party and
good.
The favors.
Yeah,
man.
Like, and that's the ultimate love. That's that hospitality, man, and that's that good people, man. You know good people about how you
roll out the red carpet.
Yeah.
Hey, you know they say Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
I'm from South Central. I'm putting the hospitality in the Southern over there, baby.
Wilsey.
Southern Central hospitality.
Yeah, Southern Central. That
Heck
part,
yeah.
man. We ain't from South LA. We from Southern Central.
Ooh.
You did.
Wilsey. That could be a drink too. Southern Central.
Ooh, that motherfucker sound like an iced tea with a little something else in there.
There it is there.
You dig? But yeah, man, is there anything else you want to touch up on, man? You wanna holler about? You wanna give them all your info? You drop
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube, man. Follow us on everything. Join our members only, where you can watch our full catalog. Also, being a part of the members only, we got a $3.99 and a $9.99. $3.99 is nephew version. You still get all the content, but $9.99. Once
That's
we get enough,
right there.
Yeah.
He said nephew version. You gotta have an if you got nephew version.
Yeah. So the $9.99, you can call it the version or the woozy, and that way, like, you're in the COMPTONMANIA community. Once we build it up, we bring people in. You guys want a certain wrestler, y'all giving us $10 a month basically. So we gonna figure out how to get that wrestler in. So we need our community to help push this thing forward. You know what I mean? So yeah, join our members only, all that, and follow everything.
Quick question: what's the youngest wrestler you got in your league, and what's like the oldest wrestler you got in your league, age wise?
Ooh, dang, I don't even know. I know we got some in the 20s, and we got some that's probably in the 40s.
Gotcha.
But you be having wrestlers that's doing it in the 60s and 70s.
That's why I was trying to get
Lucha Pro. I'm sorry, Lucha Pro was the situation, and they be 70 flying still.
That's what I was about to say, because I feel like somebody might be looking at that and thinking it's just all young dudes, and it's really some seasoned vets in there.
You just got to put in your work.
Putting in work.
Yeah, because the thing is, people be thinking wrestling is easy. You come to training.
Wow.
You come to training, boy, you gonna want to quit, boy. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it ain't about you. I was just thinking about this. This is the time where I usually send it to Cam, and he jump in that Cadillac.
There it
but
is.
He can't even jump in the Cadillac today, man. So guess
you gotta
what?
do the hands.
I'm doing the whole bust down for you while you do it.
All right, come on. You ready?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3. Y'all can tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and the WB Morning Show. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
You better follow.
Yeah, man, I'm just a dark-skinned twin. I'm right here representing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, y'all stay tapped in, logged in, locked in. You know what I'm talking about? All of the above. We put it down. Y'all pick it up. The WB Morning Show. Hello. A woozy. Woozy.
waking up. Sunshine beams through the blinds. Young LA and cool ass Cam on the grind. 10 a.m. hits, I'm tuning in for the fine. Spotify or YouTube, blowing up your mind. WB Morning Show, that's the spot. Fresh episodes every Monday, they hot. West Coast vibes, never miss a shot. Eating up the screen, they serving the plot. Look, hit that subscribe, punch that bell. New content dropping, can't you tell? Last for days, stories to swell. Morning shots, we under the spell.
Innovative.